What's up, everyone? How you doing? We're getting a twofer this week. So this is Riley, the queen of quads, John Quad Van Dam, who's going to assist me today. And she has a client that she coaches that has a heavy knee collapse when she squats. She's long femored. And of course, I have a client, Angelica, as well, who has the same problem. She's not long femored, she's actually short femored, but the same problem. The knees collapse on the squat. Now you go through a checklist when you see that. The first thing you do is you check the feet. Feet check out fine. Everyone goes, it's got to be the butt. Not so fast. So if you have someone who's squatting 300 and deadlifting 400, or in my case, squatting over 600, deadlifting 800 prior to the injury, and the knees collapse, they don't have weak glutes. They have a poor sequence. So it's the way they're moving their body that's causing the knees to collapse, because they're inhibiting the glutes in the way they're stacking their body. The glutes aren't weak, they're just not being used optimally. Because you can put all the glute work in the world, they're still going to show that knee collapse because their position is off. And what do I always say? Position before power. So what we see with that knee collapse with a lot of people is they have a hard cervical extension, which means the chin's up in the air, and then they have a hard lordotic arch, ghetto booty. They go to an anterior pelvic tilt, they stick their chin up in the air. I'm going to do it this way, hopefully you can see from here. If I'm stacked, I can keep it together and straight. If I arch hard and cervically extend hard, you're lengthening the hamstrings, making it hard to hit depth. Your body's then looking for stability, so what does it do? You can't use the hamstrings to hip extend. It draws from the adductor magnus. I'll turn this way. It draws from the adductor magnus when you're hard arch and hard head up, and it starts to pull the knees in for them to get up. So it creates stability underneath them and uses the adductor to hip extend instead of the hamstrings and the glutes. Now the adductor does contribute to hip extension, but they're losing it from that. So I'm going to have Riley come out, and I'm going to have her go to a hard anterior tilt and a hard cervical extension and see how she squats. She's not going to knee cave because she's really, really strong and mobile. But when she tilts the pelvis hard, and the cervical max is hard, she's in what's called an extension pattern. Go ahead and squat. You notice the hips go back really, really far. She's loading into her back. Her chest is up. That's great. That's what we always want to see. But with the chin up and the hips back, she's not exactly to depth. She's right about parallel. Come on up. Let's neutralize the chin a little bit, chin tucked down, looking slightly down about where the camera's at. And let's stack the ribs and pelvis together. So she's going to squeeze her butt as she braces, squeeze the butt in. Ribs get pushed down. And now from here, she's going to work on spreading those quads apart rather than sitting back. That's significantly deeper, that squat. And the pelvis didn't move back, it moved with her. So she stayed stacked in the pelvis, stacked in the ribs, that's bracing. We're locking one unit together and coming down. And because she's in this great pattern, she can use her hamstrings and her glutes to push her back up from the hole rather than having the knees drive in to go from the adductor magnus. So it's a sequencing issue, not a glute weakness. Learn to position your body better. Don't add additional work that you don't need because that's going to tax your recovery. Have a good one.